Here is describing was sama'i dhatil buruj. It's capturing many realities. On the one hand, the security of the skies, and we've learned previously, Jibreel alayhi salam, he comes with a legion of angels. He descends with a legion of angels to deliver Qur'an to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He's muta'in, he's got a following. Thamma amin, wa ma sahibukum bimajnun. Your prophet, meaning the one among you, is not possessed by jinn. It's not a jinn who gives him these words. It's Jibreel alayhi salam. It's almost as though Allah is now describing the checkpoints from which He comes, these buruj that He descends from, right? And each of these towers are a witness to the journey of revelation coming down. But there's the other journey too, the journey of the souls and our deeds going up. So there are two journeys happening right now in the skies that are spiritual in nature. Our du'as go up, our deeds go up, those who pass away go up, and the revelation of Allah comes down, the rizq comes down, the amr of Allah comes down. So this travel in the sky is a spiritual reality. He's discussing scientific realities, especially when he talks about the skies. He's either talking about some beauty you can see with your eyes, or he's talking about a reality beyond the scene that only he knows. And he's just alluding to it. So we should be cautious about that and be aware of it. In any case, so the sky that possesses those towers, those guard towers. Now, what's come from them is the revelation of the Qur'an in our case. And so what does Allah Azza wa Jalla describe? وَالْيَوْمِ الْمَوْعُودِ. And I then swear by the day that has been promised. This is a reference to Judgment Day. So first he swore by the sky that has those towers. Now he swears by the day that has been promised, which means Judgment Day. What is the relationship between those two? There's actually a progression. You notice that the idea of towers and of a fortress is actually defense, not offense. It's there to keep enemies out. In our case, to keep jinns out from hearing anything, right? But the day of judgment, as Allah has described in so many places, is not a day of defense. It's a day of offense. In fact, those angels now start descending. All of those armies that have been gathered start descending. وَجَاءَ رَبُّكَ وَالْمَلَكُ صَفًّا صَفًّا. They start descending rows upon rows upon rows. In other words, Allah is describing as if right now you see the stars holding their place. Those twinkles you see in the sky up there, those are the buruj Allah Azza wa Jalla created, those towers Allah created, but one day they're going to go from defense to offense, and I promise by that day, that has been promised and sent down. The other interesting thing here is that, one of the things that gets lost over time with any nation that was given guidance is that they lose their true teachings of who Allah was. So the names, the qualities of Allah, the oneness of Allah, the uniqueness of Allah, the relationship they're supposed to have with Allah, those things start withering away and getting contaminated with culture, with ignorance, with other things. Similarly, it's the teachings about the akhirah, the day that has been promised. Those teachings become corrupted, colluded, confused with other things. People have a diluted version of them. And even the world's major religions that still claim to have a book of revelation with them. One of the most powerful ayat of the Qur'an, it's two small words, and so much is packed inside them that it's baffling. I'll start with the most obvious. So let's translate it first. He says, I swear by the sky that has towers. He says, I swear by the day that's been promised. And then he says, I swear by the witness and the one that has been witnessed. The witness and the witnessed. So for instance, right now, I'm the witness and you're being witnessed by me. Or you're the witness and I'm being witnessed by you. So we are shahid and mashhud to each other. That's the idea of shahid and mashhud. But if you look at it in the sequence of the ayat, the first thing that comes to mind is that the stars, what's the purpose of a tower? The security guard sits there up there, all the way up on top of those ladders, so he can look out. So he can what? Witness. And the entire scene that he's witnessing is the mashhud, it's what is being witnessed. Currently, the stars themselves are actually a shahid on us. Our deeds, our actions, what we are doing, even the stars are actually a witness against us. And that's one of the functions of the qasam also. One of the functions of the oath in the Qur'an, when Allah swears by something, He's actually turning it into a witness.